You want to watch this video all the way through. We're continuing with our Empowered Success video series, and we are looking at the AVO strategy and breaking down each of the different parts. And, I'm not going to tell you which part we're going to work on until the end, as well as give you the strategy that I want you to follow. But yeah, the first part of this video, we're just going to do a simple activity. And in this activity, I'm going to share with you a snippet of a video. And the video is of me. And, this was when I was first starting out in this online space. And this is way back in 2009. And, from this video, I want you to watch it. And then I want you to write down, right? Or use your tablet or phone and write in your notes, or even just in your head. I want you to think about the first judgments that come to your mind as you're watching this video, right? What are your judgments? What are your criticisms, right? When you're looking at it, what are your compliments? When you're seeing it, what's the first thing that you are connecting with? And I want you to be clear. Now, these are not trick questions, but it's just, what is your first response, right? First judgments, and what comes to your mind. Now, just have at it. And, this is a free-for-all. You can just judge away. And then after we watch the snippet, we'll come back and look at what the results are. Hi, it's Coach Louise, and we are on day one of How to Get What You Want, where we are going to look at the number one reason why you don't achieve your goals, and then the following days give you the 5 steps that you need to turn failure into success. But before we continue, I just want to make sure that you've had a chance to download the video information capture form so that you can get down any notes that you want to take from today's training session. So, experts tell us that the top 5 motivators are to make money, to save time, to avoid effort, and to get more comfort. Now, as much as that might be true, the number one motivator is really loss, right? You don't want to lose money. You don't want to lose time. You don't want to lose comfort, okay? And that number one motivator for you is also the number one reason why you don't achieve your goals. All right? If you fear the risk of losing approval, then you're not going to go after what you want if it goes against losing the approval of authority figures in your life, your parents, your family, work colleagues, or friends. If you are in a job that you don't like, but it provides you with safety, you are going to fear risking the loss of that safety or that loss of the security by really going after a job or a business that you want. And if you want to make changes to your health or change the way you deal with your friends, you're going to risk losing their friendship. So risk the loss of belonging to that group. Did you come up with a laundry list of things like good, bad? Oh my gosh, who did her hair? Oh, is that ever unprofessional? Wow, look at that scratchy. Oh my goodness, that is just terrible. Or wow, right? She's friendly, the information is good, and I learned so much. Judgments are a sign of the inner world that's going on. And trust me, I'm not pointing fingers here, because when I first saw that video, right, that's kind of what I was doing, right? Like, oh my goodness, wow. Because at that time, right, that was way back in 2009, I was just starting out. I just learned all of this. And I bought the equipment that in the program I was taking, this is the equipment that they said to use. So I'm looking at that going, oh, I'm not feeling professional. So yeah, if you said that, that's because that's what I was projecting. I was not feeling professional at the time. But deep down inside, you would have connected with that because a part of you might not be feeling professional. So our inner judges were connecting, right? How I was feeling about myself, how you're feeling about yourself, and we were resonating, right? We were resonating. And that is the law of attraction at work. And sometimes we don't realize that even in videos, that happens. You are going to connect with people and what they are experiencing and what they have experienced. And your judgments and criticisms are the same judgments and criticisms that you have for yourself. So as they say, the truth shall set you free. So when you were looking at that video clip, just be aware of some of the key points that you brought out, whether they were criticisms or compliments. And look at that list and say, wow, I guess that's how I feel about myself, right? And why, you know, and it's about seeking to understand first. And that's where it's the A of the AVO empowerment strategy, because you have to accept where you're at. So when I look at that video now and I see it, that's what I think, you know, I just like, wow, I was just starting out. That's pretty great considering I knew nothing. And yeah, I mean, I grew up in a time where technology, are you kidding? Didn't know anything about that. So yeah, I applaud myself. Wow, I got out there. Because if I let criticism hold me back and self-judgment and self-criticism, then I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I would have crumbled, right, if I let that bother me. Yet I see beyond that. And I realize that what people are giving out, that is either what they have received from other people, maybe growing up, right? That was their default setting, or that's how they treat themselves, and or because how they've been treated, how they treat themselves, that's how they're going to treat other people. So that's how I see it. And I never, ever take things personally. If I did, I'd crush. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to just accept yourself and accept yourself at every stage of your life, that you were just doing the best that you could with the knowledge that you had, with the awareness that you had in that moment. So if you got to take out, right, just a quick activity is to take out some photos. I used to be relentless when I looked at photos of myself and, you know, that self-criticism. And now I see things so differently. And obviously that has evolved over time. But it's the judgments that we make about ourselves first. So yeah, if you've done video, go and have a look at it. And, you know, if you've got images or anything that you've done, see the other side, right? See a different perspective, and one that empowers you to move beyond any blocks, because you know that you're unstoppable, and where you're at right now is not where you're going to be 2 months from now, 6 months, a year from now. All right, I am your instructor, Louise and Maurice. I love creating this training for you. I want you to be the best version of yourself. I want you to accept yourself where you're at, because where you're at, as long as you are doing your best and showing up with everything that you have, you're learning, you're growing, you're evolving, that's all you can ask for, right? Accept. So any questions, make sure you're reaching out, and any comments, leave them below. Let's continue.